Speaking to Daniel Bell-Drummond after the defeat here to Middlesex. Daniel, just kind of sum up where you think that game slipped away from you.
Yeah, it was a tricky one. In a few points, I think it went wrong. We got off to a really good start, and then they bowled very well throughout the middle. And yeah, made it tricky for us. Pace off as well, used wicket. So we still thought 170 would be above par, but yeah, from one going at 12s, probably 11s before that. To slip up to that was probably not ideal. And then in the field, I think they batted well, to be fair. Um, yeah, it was quite tricky with one short side. They had quite a few left-handers, which we didn't have. And yeah, hats off to them. They played well, but yeah, it wasn't meant to be.
Like you say, obviously a used wicket, and I guess at halfway you probably did think we could defend this with the spin options we have and the pace off options with the seamers, but it didn't quite happen. Maybe just didn't quite take regular enough wickets, possibly.
Yeah, we started really well with the ball. Obviously, Denley picking up an early wicket, but yeah, they played quite well throughout the power play, and Eskenazi played well, carried on by Higgins, and it was just one of those days. Obviously, 170 was a decent score, but it was never out of reach for them, and that ended up being the problem. And then with the left-handers, they could target our spinners with the smaller boundaries.
Bartlett did his best to claw you back into the game. He almost had 3 wickets in an over, but for the inside edge, just missing the leg stump. But a little glimpse of what he can produce.
Yeah, he's clearly a world-class player as he burst onto the scene in Australia, and he's shown us his quality. Like that over, like you say, could have been 3 wickets, and that completely changes the game. So, no, there's a lot of class with him there, and obviously some other players in the team. And yeah, we've won a few, lost a few, but time to try and be consistent and get some more wins on the board.
Just in terms of yourself, obviously this is a format you've been so consistent in over recent years. Just how nice was it to go out there and get a score?
Yeah, it felt good. Yeah, really enjoyed batting here in white ball cricket, and yeah, it was enjoyable to get off to that start. Obviously, had to get myself in a bit with 2 early wickets, but yeah, it's a place I enjoy batting, and yeah, happy to get a score.
Was it difficult to kind of, like you said, they bowled well in the middle period to get away, use wicket in terms of the options? Like it was the leg spinner, wasn't it? Who took 4 overs, 2 for 18, managed to kind of really halt things.
Yeah, that was a tough period for us. Yeah, that was always going to happen. I think with a big side, one side, and 2 right-handers in. So we were still going at 12s throughout that period. But yeah, one of those things. They're allowed to bowl well, and still thought we could have got 180, 190.
And then just in terms of the series so far, 2 wins, 2 losses, how do you kind of assess it at this point?
Yeah, we've shown glimpses of how good we can be, especially that win against Somerset with how well Sam played. But yeah, it's a tough group, the South Group. Obviously, we want to be as consistent as possible, but T20 can change in a matter of balls, overs. So it's one of those things, really. But no, we're off to a better start than we were last year for sure. So we're just going to keep pushing forward. Obviously, next game at Taunton, they're a good team there. But yeah, coming off the back of beating them here, we'll be confident going into that.
It feels like a ground that you guys do quite like playing on as well with the short boundaries.
Yeah, for sure. It's normally a good wicket to bat on as well. And there's quite a high scoring ground, really. So, no, looking forward to it. But like I say, they're a good team, so we'll have our work cut out. But yeah, if we can repeat the heroics of last Friday, that'll be good.
Yeah, let's hope for that.